What is going on, Aquarius? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys. So when I'm recording this, it's Thursday, April 17th. But whenever you guys find this, is when it's meant for you. All right. So let's see what is going on. All Aquarius placements, you guys are welcome here. Cross watchers as well. All right. So, Spirit, what is going on for the sign of Aquarius? We're going to do a past, present, and future look. All right, guys, let's start with your past. Let's see what shows up. All right, so the first card you have is the Five of Pentacles. All right. So that could be a few things, all right? From what I'm feeling, there's something that you just saw as like bullshit. There's something that couldn't be trusted. And I feel like you left it out in the cold, or maybe it was like some sort of contract that fell rather. So maybe you guys felt left out in the cold. But there's something that just wasn't balanced. It just became too much of a burden for you, all right? Seven of Wands reversed behind here. So it's like you're not standing for something anymore. Let's get two more cards and then we'll break this down. We have the Four of Wands. So guys, this is a good thing that you release. Because the moment that you completely cut something out, you have so much more stability within your life. Okay, so there's something you completely left out in the cold. And look at the World card, guys. Something's done. You finished the chapter. All right, you guys have completely closed something out. Like you've taken all the air that you were giving this, okay, all the, just anything you were giving something, it's done. And now it's showing that not only are you more balanced, but you're honing in a lot more because of something you're not involved in anymore. Okay, with the Emperor energy, there's no other way to say it. It's just like you're really leveling up because of something you're not putting effort into. You walk into the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so you guys put an end to a situation. You have the Death card here. Okay, there's something that, maybe in the past there was passion there, or you were excited about something, but that's gone and that's done with, and you reject something and you do so much better. All right, this is something that is, it's really putting an end to a chapter. All right, so why is this Five of Pentacles here in your past? All right, these cards are flying. So we have the Ace of Wands. Now the cards that fell up, I'm going to show you guys in a second. I'm going to acknowledge them, but I'm going to put them back in here just because they didn't fall on the table. The Queen of Wands and the Six of Swords. So for some of you, maybe you were dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, okay? But regardless of what this was, guys, there's something that was difficult for you to move away from. But it's like, there's so much more life within you. There's so much more passion within you with moving away from this. Okay? I'm going to put this back in the deck, but I wouldn't be surprised if these cards pop back up. Okay? There's just something that letting it go looks good on you, Aquarius. All right, let's get one more card here. Mind you, this could be a person, place, thing, habit. We have the Queen of Pentacles reverse. And whatever this was, guys, outright, for some of you, this could have financially, just did a fucking number on you. All right? For others, okay, this could be in addition to or instead. But for others, I feel like you were pushed to the point that you just had nothing left to give. Okay? When I talk about the Queen of Pentacles reverse, I always say, this is the last person in the room to, give up on someone. Okay? Think of, a mother energy that'll do anything for their child, and they see no wrong in their child, and then it's like they wake up and they're like, okay, well, shit, we got to do something. It's not just what I think anymore. It's beyond that. So there's just something that you did everything you could. You just have nothing in you, so you stop in your tracks when it comes to it. And again, guys, I keep seeing that you're able to manifest so much more. I feel like you had someone or something, there's just so much bullshit in your ear. Would I say that this is going to come out again, guys? So the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands. So you're in a position that not only are you more stable, but Your spirit, your energy, your frequency is so much more attractive, like, to the world and people and things around you. Okay, the Queen of Wands is a sort of energy that, like, when you walk into a room, you don't have to say anything, you don't have to clink a glass, you know. It's just like you naturally just, everyone turns, everyone's intrigued, everyone has questions, everyone, it's like, who is that? Okay, so coming out of something puts you in alignment with that energy. Okay, and it's a very, like, respected energy. I feel like there's something you guys got out of where you're like, you know what, like, I really need to hone in. And I feel like you're able to see into yourself and into what you need more than ever. Okay, again, because of something not working and that being the best thing that could have happened for you. Like, I see you guys in alignment and seeing truly what it is that you have to do. The Queen of Swords, that's you guys, that's your energy. All right, let's get one more card here for this Four of Wands. The King of Pentacles reverse. So the Queen of Pentacles reverse, the King of Pentacles reverse. All right. This is something where you just had nothing and you left for this. I feel like you guys got to the point that you just genuinely weren't invested in something or someone. Okay. Again, this could also be a situation where it took you for a financial ride. All right. Maybe some of y'all were like holding someone down, or maybe you guys were like investing a lot into something, but like something really drained you. And it's like all that energy is coming back to you. Like that chapter is done now. All right, you took the path of least resistance. For some of you, it's like there's something you'll never invest money in again. Yeah, the Magician. All right, guys, so you're, this brought you to a position where, it's like Spirit wants you to know, like, you're able to manifest whatever it is that you want. Okay, I always say that with this card. The Magician has all the elements, on the table. All right, the Wand, the Pentacle, the Cup, the Sword. All right, this is a person that, it's like alchemy. They can create whatever they need to. Okay, and you get to a position where there's something you don't have to look over your shoulder when it comes to it anymore. Like, it's something you can still think about from time to time, but not in a place where it's like you're not free of something. Okay, like you're free of it. You guys woke up. There's something that when you look back at it in your life, you're like, damn, like, I was really playing myself by being around that. Okay. And we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, the moment you stop putting effort into something, you start manifesting a whole new life for yourself. All right, guys? All right, so present moment, Aquarius. What is going on for you guys in the present moment? We have the Three of Pentacles. Let's get two more. Yeah, guys, the energy after leaving whatever this was behind, it just keeps benefiting you more and more and more. The Sun card. And the Sun card is your the center card, all right? Your central energy, what everything taps into. The Emperor and the Chariot. Guys, you're going to take off. Like, you are really in your truth right now. Like, this is the energy, like, yeah, I'm that bitch. Like, I can really do this. Male or female, don't matter. All right, there's something that you're building, and it's so blessed, and the universe supports it so much, and it's something where you're really going to take off. For some of you, this is something that can involve travel, but there's something that your spirit just did not resonate with anymore. And a lot of you got to the point where you're like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, I'd rather be completely alone than to deal with this sort of energy. And for some of you, that's exactly what you do. All right. But with the Hermit card, one thing that you're definitely doing is you're honing in. And there's something, guys, that, with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, I'll pick that up in a second. With the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and where's this other card? Oh, here we go. The Queen of Cups reversed. With this energy here, like, there's something that has been a grievance to you for a long time. Or it's something maybe you thought you'd be stuck with it in your life for a long time, but like, there's just something, yeah, it's been kind of a grievance. All right. Why is this Three of Pentacles here? The Strength card reversed. There was something that was really trying you in your past. And we have the Judgment card upright. So you made the right choice, okay? Because something like it just was so depleting. All right, it's something that you're probably like, why aren't things taking off for me? Or why isn't this happening in this way? Or, why do I keep finding road bumps in this project? But there's something that's like out of the way. Okay, for some of you, like whatever this is, you're not associated to it at all anymore. Okay, and now you have the Sun card, your central card here. So why is this so important? The Sun card, it's a blessing, a huge blessing. Wow. You getting wish fulfillment after that injustice. Okay? Now, with this section here, because with these readings, guys, it could be your energy, it could be someone else's energy. Okay? Whoever went through the injustice, whoever truly got fucked over, okay? That's who the blessings are coming to. Somebody that had to endure something that just wasn't fair. Someone that had to deal with the devil itself. Okay, but there's something that spread a person very thin here. And it kept you in your head, and it's something you finally walked away from. Okay, and again, guys, you take off and like, you guys have like the sit at the head of the table energy. Okay. Like you could be dining with 40 people and they're going to be like, no, please, you sit at the head. Like that's the energy you're bringing into this next chapter. It's something where like people cannot deny the blessings. People cannot deny their respect for you. Like there's going to be people like, even if they hate it, they're going to be like, fuck you, asshole. But how'd you do that? Like I'm impressed. I got to admit it, So you have the Two of Swords reversed. So like, again, a lot of you had to make a solid choice to be like, no, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. And that's the reason why things are taking off the way that they are, because of what you let go of, because of something you're no longer investing in. You're not planting seeds in a certain place anymore. All right, so you're dodging further bullets attached to this devil energy. All right, let's get 3 cards for your future. We have the Moon card, the 3 of Cups reversed. You guys are just very clear about who was in your corner and who wasn't. And the things that were fun and harmless, and the things that may have seemed fun but became too harmless. Became harmful rather. Okay. Let's get one more card here and then we'll break these down. We have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. 7 of Pentacles reversed. There's something that spread you so thin and you're not wasting your time with it anymore. But this is coming up for the future. So, maybe there's something that comes back in. And it's like, maybe you're completely clear about the fact that you're done with something, but maybe you need to clarify it more for someone else or for others. But I feel like that's the road you guys are taking. Like, you know what? Maybe I didn't say this clear enough. And you clarify yourself. And you're in such a peaceful place. And there's so much healing happening in your life as this is happening. All right, so why is the Moon card here in your future? The 6 of Wands reversed and the 5 of Swords reversed. And as time passes, honestly, guys, you look at your life and you're like, oh my God. And you're realizing that there's so many things where you were dealing with conflict that now it does not exist in your life. So as time passes, you know more and more that you made the right decision, okay, to not move forward with something. So it's like there's no way you're going back on that. Like the more time you have apart from something, the more you realize like, oh my God, my life is so much better. Okay, because you guys went through a lot. Like I feel like a lot of you were hanging by a thread when you came out of something. For some of you, it was a lover that you let go of, or someone or something close to you that you let go of. But your spirit thanks you for that. With the Temperance card, like your spirit's like, oh, thank you. All right, like your nervous system, is relaxing. All right, guys. But yeah, your nervous system is definitely relaxing. So 3 of Cups reversed we had here. I don't know what order this was in, but it's okay. It's all the same reading. All right, 3 of Cups reversed. What's up with this? 3 of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's just something like, it's like there's someone you're never going to chill with again. There's a place you're never going back to. All right. If there's a certain get together, you know you ain't going to no more of those. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're balanced because of it. Like, there's a room that you will never enter again, but I think the only losses are from whatever's in that room. Like, that's the only losses that are going to be experienced. Like, but there's a room you're never going into again because, the devil lies there. You're not doing that. All right, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. Why is this here? The last card for your future. We have the Two of Wands reversed. Seven of Swords, King of Wands, Eight of Cups. And guys, you know what I love about this? Like, you're going to glow up in such a huge way, and you're going to be very quiet about it. Guys, this is the sort of energy that, like, like $500,000 can fall into your account overnight, and you're just going to be like, the next day you could have someone be, you could hear someone be like, oh no, like, don't ask them to cover the coffee. They're cheap, and you're just like, not only could I have bought coffee for the whole, office, I could have bought coffee for the whole building, each and every person, down to the janitor, down to, the CEOs, like, but all right, you right. You got it. So it's like you guys are going to be very, very quiet about how, like, you're going to be very, very happy, but you're going to be very quiet about what you're happy about. Okay, I think that it's going to be something that if people can get close enough to you, they're going to see the signs. And I'm sure that the people that you're close to and trust, like, they'll benefit from it, of course. But it's not going to be something you're putting on fucking Facebook. It's not going to be something you're putting on Instagram where those three fucking losers who keep watching your shit. Like, you're not putting it for that sort of audience to see. This is going to be something where you're keeping it to yourself. Maybe your kids will know. Maybe your parents will know. Like, maybe your, best friend that's been trusted, for a long time could know. But this is not something that's going to be for, people you haven't seen since high school. Like, this is not going to be something you put out to that extent. Okay? There's plenty of people traveling the world and buying houses and property everywhere. And guess what? Social media ain't going to tell you that. They just look like they're chilling and going fishing on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Nine of Wands. And, like, you guys, again, you've endured a lot. And you've really protected yourself from an energy that just really couldn't be trusted. And there's a lot of emotional fulfillment that comes in, and a huge burden released with something that you let go of that, again, it was making you miserable. And now you're in your wheel of fortune. So guys, you're going to see that so much is like happening for you. And it's because there's an energy that was really getting in the way. Okay? Like, you could have ugly ass energies around you and still be the same beautiful person. But spirit will still withhold certain things because it's like, those ugly energies around you are not supposed to have access. And sometimes when we come across certain things and blessings in life and those energies still have access, it's like, imagine you busting your ass and getting something, and then there's someone or an environment that feels entitled to it just because they have proximity to you. No. All right? So guys, good shit. All right? You're really about to do something on a big scale, and your life is just getting better and better and better now that something's gone. All right? Aquarius, I love you guys. Let's get some energy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like forgetting this. I haven't read in a few days, and this is what happens. Let's get you some cards of advice. All right, guys. Now, if this is resonating with you, there's links in the description below to donate, as well as my wish list if you guys want to surprise me, bless the home, and my website if you guys need a personal reading. Okay? If you guys need something quick, if there's like a pressing matter, please get an emergency reading. Those come out within 24 hours. All right, so what is the advice here? Look at me forgetting how to read. All right, so we got the Three of Wands. All right, and we have the High Priestess reversed, the Seven of Swords. And deep down inside, you guys, like, you always knew that this was probably a blockage for you. Like, there's something that you're like, my life would probably get a lot better a lot quicker if this wasn't there. Okay, but the biggest thing I see for you, Aquarius, okay, is financial growth. Or something that makes you feel abundant, something that makes you feel successful. Success is different, okay? Like, I feel like for certain people, like maybe they can live a very humble life, but they have so many resources readily available that it's like a rich life. All right. Um, my parents, the home that they have in DR, like when we're actually on the land, we don't need to leave for anything. We grow everything. Breakfast, lunch, and dinners in the backyard. You know, all the livestock, everything. Okay, so that's wealth. You know what I'm saying, guys? So there's something that like you guys are creating so much wealth. And what's beautiful, Aquarius, is that this is after so much bullshit. Like I know this is gonna be different for everybody, okay? But for some of you, I feel like where you took a hit, like there was just you just weren't as successful, or you just weren't like you weren't thriving the way that you could have been because of something around you or something that may have been influencing you. All right, we have the Magician reverse, the Five of Cups. So yeah, you turned your back on something because again, like I keep seeing it, it made you miserable. That's not what you wanted for yourself. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I see you guys being very well off in a way that deep down inside, you knew you're always going to be well off in this way. Okay? Because there's something that you guys desired. Again, this doesn't have to be finances, but for a lot of you, I feel it is. But there's something that like you just always knew you'd have access to it. You may not have known exactly how, but you know, like you just foresaw yourself in a certain type of lifestyle. And that's what I see coming. And I think it's going to really surprise you how it comes. But again, you know, you're exuding and showing a lot of patience after a very trying era. Okay. But yeah, whatever was blocking you, okay. If there was something blocking you, like, I feel like there's going to be blockages wherever that was. Like, let's say this was a person that, like, made you feel like crap, you know, and you weren't performing as well as you could have. I feel like there's going to be some blockages there, but that's not your blockage to worry about. Okay? Life is going to change tremendously because of something you're no longer giving grace to. All right? You're past your breaking point. Something got to the point where it made you fucking crazy. Guys, dead ass. All right? Sorry, the New Yorker's coming out, but honestly, guys, there's a situation here where you were pushed to a point where it's like you almost went nuts. And there's something where some of you could have came off in a way where you look like crazy, but like imagine like someone pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. You're just taking it and taking it and taking it. And one day you go off and it could be like for the smallest thing. All right? Maybe someone put a knife in the wrong spot. All right? They put it on the left counter instead of the right counter. And you just go off and they're like, you know, this bitch is crazy. Okay? Male or female, they could look at you like, what the fuck? And it's like, no, it's not actually about the knife, and it's not actually about, you know what I'm saying? Like, so some of you could have gotten to that point where it's like you could have blown up. Like, some of you could have had like sort of like walking away from something. Okay? But that's what the devil needed, you know? So you gave the devil like that, and then there's so much success for you after that. And with the Three of Cups, I see you guys being extremely celebrated. But again, this is not something that, you know, you're putting in the newspaper. This is not something you're putting on Facebook or Instagram. Again, if people look closely enough, there will be signs. Okay, but you're not offering no details. I love you, Aquarius. Until next time, guys.